Hello everyone, how are you all? So we will just start our session after some 2 to 4 minutes late so that everybody can join. We will just wait for everyone so that everyone can join. We will start our session by 7:05. Okay, so I think we can start now. So yesterday, what we have learned, we have just learned what is Android, what is the scope of Android, why you should learn Android, why you should not go for iOS, what are the disadvantage of iOS, what are the advantage of Android, and vice versa. What is the history of Android? That all we have discussed yesterday, right? Now, as you all know that we are going to start a programming session from today onwards only. Yesterday you got to know that you will require a Android Studio. Okay, in Android Studio we will be going to learn Android. So we will just discuss about Android Studio today itself. What all are the architecture of Android application, that all we are going to discuss today only. So that is what our agenda. And today only we will just see that how you can make your own very first Android application, which will run in your mobile phone. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. So this is the basic agenda for the today class. So without any delay, let's just start. So basically, as you all are having how to download and install the Android Studio, that is what you have. And for the timing, I'm assuming that you all are having your proper system with you in which Android Studio has been installed, and your Android Studio is ready to work. And that is why we are going to start our session. So basically, what is Android Studio? So if you know that for everything to work on, you need some kind of IDE, right? So basically, Android Studio is an IDE through which you can just make an application. Okay. And we will be making Android application. So that is why we are using Android Studio for that. Now, the question arises, in which language we will be going to code our Android application, right? So basically, we have two options for the backend and we have one option for the front end. Okay, if I would say the front end language would be XML. Okay, so first of all, the question arises, what is XML? That is also we will be going to see that how you will work with that particular thing as well. And for designing the front end, you will have two options. Either you can use to code or you can just drag and drop feature as well. So we will just see both of the things that how you will do that. Apart from that, for the backend, you have two options. One is Java and second one is Kotlin. Okay, we will be using Java for the time being, and later on, wherever you will be in training session as well, we can just discuss about the Kotlin as well. Okay, okay, cool. So that is what we understood, that we will be working with XML and Java language, and we will be using Android Studio for that. Now, the thing is, what is front end and what is back end? We have understood that we will be using XML for front end and Java for backend, but exactly what is the front end and what is the backend, right? So if I would say whatever thing which you can see on your application, that is all your front end. Okay, all the UI part, all the visible part which you can see, that is all front end. Okay, and all the logics behind that, that is all your backend. If I would say that you are going to click on a button, okay, and it will show you a message. So the button on your screen which you are able to see, that is your front end. And when you click on that particular button, a toast message or a message should come, that is basically your backend. So that logic for clicking a button, for showing a message, that you will do in Java code, and for showing that particular button as a design, that you will do in XML code. I hope now you do not have any doubt that what is front end and what is back end, right? Good. Apart from that, what things you have to do, right? So for that, if I would say, first of all, you all have to open your Android Studio, which you have downloaded. Yes. And after opening, you all will be able to see create a new project, right? So you have to click on that because I have already Android Studio installed and I have some project in that as well. That is why, let me just share my screen with you guys. I hope you are able to see my screen, right? For this, what you will do, just click on file, new project. This would be same. This would be same process as you have clicked on file, create a new project. So you have to click on create a new project. I will be clicking on new project only. So just go to file, then go to new. Why are you doing this? Okay. So now, if I would say you have to create a new project, then how you would do? You will click on file, you will click on new, then new project, and after that you will see such kind of pop-up. Okay, so same thing, whenever you will be clicking on create a new project, you will be able to see such kind of screen. So here, let's just understand it. What is the meaning of this screen? So basically, if you remember, yesterday I have told you that there are so many things in which you can just develop your application, right? You can just develop your application for phones and tablet. You can just develop your applications for, you know, for Wear OS, Android TV, automotive, and Android things as well. So for the timing, because we will be going to work for Android mobile phone, so we will be selecting this phone and tablet, which is by default selected. Now, after this, you will see there are so many things like basic activity, bottom navigation activity, empty activity, full screen activity. So exactly what you want to do as per that particular requirement, you can just select any template from here. Okay. Now, in my case, I will be working with empty activity only. So on this screen, you will choose this empty activity, and after that, you will click on this next button. Okay. After clicking on next button, you all will be able to see this kind of a screen. Is that fine? Now, on this screen, what exactly in this screen, what exactly the information? Let's just understand one by one. The first thing is your name, your project name, right? So what exactly you are going to make? That is what your project name. So you have to type any project name. For example, we are going to show a welcome message to the user, right? So what I need is, maybe I can just put the name instead of my application. I can just put the name like welcome toast project, like this. Okay, if you see over here, I type the name like this, and accordingly my package name has been generated by default. We are not going to change the package name, but let me tell you what is this. Package name is basically unique for each and every project which you will create, which you will generate. Okay, why there is a requirement for uniqueness? The requirement for uniqueness would be so that your application can be differ on a Play Store. Okay, so not two applications with the same package name cannot be on Play Store. Package name would always be unique for two different applications. Maybe their name can be same, their functionality can be same, but package name cannot be same. Is that fine? Your logo even can also be same, but your package name cannot be same. You can easily understand it like this. Maybe in a class, there are two students. Hardik, why you want to control my screen? Why you are saying sending request again and again? Okay, so over here, you can easily understand the scenario that why package name is different or unique. Maybe there are two students with the same name, same same class, same functionality, which they can provide same properties, but they will have uniqueness, which is roll number. Same goes for this two application, which is actually identical, which is actually clone for each and everyone. Like if you are making a clone for a calculator project, or if you are making a clone of WhatsApp application, but that name can be same, image can be same, uh, functionality is also same, but the package name would be different. That is, you have to take care of that. So it will auto-generate it as per your project name, and we are not going to change it because I am okay with this particular project. Now the thing is, save location. So after a while, maybe you want to see your code, or you want to share your code with somebody else as well. So you will require that particular code. So where your code will be getting saved, this is what that particular location. I am not going to change it. Also, you do not need to change it. If you want to change it somewhere else, you can also change it accordingly. Okay. Now the best part over here is language. This language, you can see Java. Basically, as I have already told you, that for backend language, we have two options. One is Java and second one is Kotlin. So this project is going to ask that which language you are going to use, Java or Kotlin. Because we will be working with Java only. So make sure this language will be Java whenever you are going to create a project. Okay. After that, what exactly over here is, this is minimum SDK. Minimum SDK is basically whenever you are going to make an application, you have to tell Android Studio, or you have to tell the Play Store as well, that my application should work at least on this particular version level. Okay. Below this, I cannot guarantee it, but at least from this 4.1 API level 16, which is Jelly Bean, from Jelly Bean onwards, it should work. So that you have to provide over here. Okay. It is totally dependent on your SDK as well. By default, in my Android Studio, it is showing API for 16 Android 4.1. Maybe in your case, it is something different. That is not for worry about. It is basically depends on for how many versions you have downloaded the SDK. In my case, I am having this 4.1 as well. So I am going to make my application for Jelly Bean. Obviously, for the time being, I don't think that anybody is using Jelly Bean, but I am taking a support of till Jelly Bean. So from Jelly Bean onwards, it will work on you know, Lollipop. Apart from that, Marshmallow, Oreo, Nugget, Pie, it will work in each and every one. Now, after that, after providing, you can see over here for this kind of things, I have only changed in this project name. Apart from that, I am just explaining each and everything because we are going to work on a very first project. That is why. Okay. After that, whenever we will be creating a new project again, at that time, we will not waste our time over here because you will get to know that what exactly thing is going on over here. Okay. After that, I will just click on finish. Once I will click on finish, you can see your project will start generating the necessary files. You can see on the bottom side, scanning files to index, right? Some Gradle is building. On the left side, you can see some like files are loading. So we will wait. We have to wait until this will get generated. And obviously, this will automatically take some time and it will automatically generate some files for you because of the IDE. Android Studio is basically for that only. So all the necessary required files, whatever you will require for making an Android application, that is going to be generated soon. And this time period would be different for each and every one because of their configuration and because of so many things like how you manage your system, how you manage your RAM, how you manage your entire work. So it is basically depends on your system as well that how much time it will take. So ideally it will take like 2 to 4 minutes. So we will just wait for a while so that it will get complete. Yeah. So you can see in my laptop it has been done, and without working anything over here, first of all we will just understand the entire architecture for this Android Studio, that how this will work, right? So first of all, if you remember, I told you that we have front end and a back end. Okay, let's just clear this doubt as well. That we know that what is front end and what is back end. For the time being, you can just consider as a statement that how many pages, okay, how many pages you are able to see on your screen. So if your application is having like 2 pages, so you will say for 2 pages, there for every page you will have one front end and one back end. You can consider this statement as a for the time being. This is actually not true. You will see it on a later, but for the time being, you can consider as for every page you are going to work on, for every page you have to make one front end and one back end. That you can consider for the timing. Later on, you will get to know whenever you will do training that there is a concept of fragment as well. So inside that, we can just work with other things as well. But for the timing, you can consider of for every page you are going to make, there is a requirement of one front end and one back end. Okay. So by default, whenever you will be generating any project or you will be creating any project, you will see one front end and one back end is automatically generated. So first of all, we should learn that where is my front end and where is my back end, right? This is what your project is structure on the left side. Now let's just discuss about this. If I close this, then you will see there are two folders. One is app folder and second one is Gradle script. Okay, for the time being, we are not going to work with the Gradle script. So just left it. Just open this app folder, and inside in your app folder, you will see there are 3 folders. One is manifest folder, second one is Java folder, and third one is resource folder. Correct? So now for these three folders, what is the meaning of each and every one? So let's just first found where is my backend. Okay, so I'm just going to close this whole file as well. And here from this year onwards, I just need to find my backend. If you remember, I just told you that your backend will be in Java language, right? So you can see from these three folders, there is one folder which is for Java, right? So ideally, my backend should be over here only. So let's just click on it, and you will see there are three package name project folder, right? If you consider here form.example.welcome to project, this is nothing but your package name. So with your package name, there are three folder over here, right? And what is the difference between these three folders? You can see at the end of this folder, there is something called written Android test, and here something written test, right? So you can see you are going to become a developer. For the timing, you can consider as well that we are not going to work with these two folders, which is written Android test or test. Maybe whenever you will be on a good level, you want to do some stuff by your own for testing purpose as well, then you can use that. But for the timing, we will not be using. What we are going to use through this entire session, we will be using the first folder only. Okay. Inside this first folder, you will be able to see this main activity. Okay. This file is basically your backend file. By default, you will be getting one backend and one front end file, because by default, you will be getting one page. And you know that for every page, there would be one front end and one backend. This is not a correct statement, but you can understand for the timing. Because of this, you will be find it easy to understand. Okay. Now, on this backend file, what exactly written by default, you will get some kind of code as well. So we will just discuss it, but after a little while. Fine. Right now, we are just going to see that where is my backend file. If I would ask you ever that where is your backend file, then you should say that you have to go to in Java folder, and the first package name you will see your backend all files. Is that fine? Very good. Now, the second thing, because we know that in my project there should be one front end file as well, right? Where is your front end file? So for front end file, where you have to go? You have to come inside this resource folder. And inside this resource folder, you will see 4 to 5 folders over here, but you have to go to layout folder. If you see the layout folder, here you will see this activity underscore main.xml. And you know that your front end is basically in XML language only. So you got to know that this is basically your front end. So this is basically your front end. Now, what exactly we can work on? Like I have already told you that you have two options. You can just use drag and drop for your front end, or you can just write your code in XML language. How you will do that, we will just discuss it little bit later, because right now we are just going to check that where is my files, right? So I'm just closing it. Now you know that where is your backend file, where is your front end file. If you want, you can just note it down somewhere so that you will remember. Once you will be making, some project, then you will automatically remember that where is your backend or where is the front end file. That is not worry about that. Okay, cool. Apart from that, let's just discuss other folder as well, that what it will keep inside. We are not going to deep dive over there, but we will just we should have some basic understanding for that for the timing as well. So let's just discuss about this. Inside this resource folder, you will see drawable folder, right? Drawable folder will contain all of your images. If you are going to use any kind of image in your application, that all should be over there inside your drawable folder. Apart from that, we have one mipmap folder as well. What is the role of mipmap folder? Mipmap folder will contain all of your icons. Okay, so all your icons which you have, you can just put it inside your mipmap folder. Is that fine? I know. I hope you know what is the difference between your icons and images. So you can just use that. Icons, basically you can see this Android, it is icon, this hammer is icon, this play button is icon, these all are icons. Okay, and images, if I would say that you have to set your profile DP, that is basically your image. Okay, now the thing is, maybe due to any reason, you are not able to find out that this is icon or this is image. And what happen if you will put your images in your map folder and put your icons in your drawable folder? Will there be any error? No, there is no any there is not be any error, because you can just put it any image or icon in any folder like map or drawable. But there is some kind of a standard process. So if you follow the standard process, that would be good. Or if you are beginning for the timing and you are going to learn something new, then you should start with a standard process. Okay, so that is what we are going to work on. Apart from that, we have values folder as well. And in values folder, you can see colors.xml, string.xml, and themes. Inside your themes, you will be having themes.xml and themes.xml with night. What is the role of this? In your colors.xml, you can put all of your colors. Okay, whatever you are going to use in your Android application, that you will all define over here inside in your colors folder. Okay, basically from here, this is a good approach. Again, you should pick your color from here onwards. But if you are beginner and you are going to learn for the time being, then you can just directly use in your front end itself. Then that is not a problem. But I would say again, because you are going to start, then you should start with a standard process. The colors basically use to, it is a separate file, and you can just put all of your colors, whatever you are going to use over here, and then in your front end, you can use that. Strings.xml. String.xml will contain all your text, whatever you are going to use in your application. Maybe your application name, maybe your any headings or whatever you want to use. That is all should be in your string.xml. Themes. In your themes.xml, we have two things. Okay, we have two things. One is themes.xml and themes.xml with bracket night. Obviously, you get to know that in our mobile phone, there is a feature for night mode. If you want your app should work in your night mode differently, then you can just change the theme inside in your themes.xml night. Maybe you can just change some color code over here or something like that. That is what you can do over here. Okay, so we have just understood what is resource folder exactly, what is drawable folder, layout folder, map folder, and values. We got to know what is Java folder is having. And now the main folder, which is called manifest folder as well. So basically, manifest folder will have some kind of files, and what all information it will be having, all of your project information, this manifest file will be having. Maybe you can consider as the main file of your project, which will tell that what is your project name, what is your app name, what is your app icon, what all are the activities you are having in your project, means all of your pages. How many pages do you have in your project? That all you have to define over here. Maybe you are going to make any services, you are going to use any broadcast either, that you will just learn in a training session. So that all you have to define over here. Okay, which screen should come? Maybe you have 3 to 4 pages in your application. During the launcher, means when you once you will you are going to open your application, which screen should come first? That also you can define in your manifest file only. Okay, there are so many applications where you have to provide the permissions. Like if you are going to use internet, then you will require internet permission. You will require camera permission for taking a picture. You will require read external storage or write external storage permission for working with your gallery. So that is all permission you have to define in your manifest file itself as well. We will discuss it also when we will be planning for training. Okay, so I hope now all of this structure is clear. Okay, cool. So now the thing is, what exactly we are going to build today. Till now, what we have discussed that how you can create a project and what is the role of each and every file. Now exactly we are going to create a new project. Not new project, actually in this project what we are going to make. So basically for the timing, we want our first application in which we should have a button. Because of that, we will get to know that how you will take a button, right? How you will work with your front end. Because of this, we will get to know that. So what is the requirement? We will be having a button, and when I click on that button, a toast message, a pop-up should come with a greeting message that welcome to this project. Such kind of thing we are going to make. So whenever you will be going to click on this particular button, it will show up toast message for you. What things you will get to know from this? You will get to know that how you can work with your XML part, that is your front end part, how you can work on, to your backend part, how you link that. Because of click event, you will get to know the logic as well. Because for that message, you will get to know the logic for writing a toast message. That is all you are going to learn. And after that, we will just see that how you can deploy it, in your mobile phone as well. That is all we are going to learn today. So let's just not waste much time over here. We can just start right now. First of all, because in my requirement, what I need a button. And you know that button, for showing a button, we should work on front end, right? For front end, you know that where is the front end file? In your resource folder, we have to go to layout folder and then we will just open it. So this is basically my front end file. And by default, because you are in IDE, so you will be having this hello world text as well. If I zoom it, then you will be see that hello world is here, right? Now what I need is, first of all, let me just show you that I have already told you that you have two options, right? You have two options to work on in your UI. One is you can just drag and drop some feature over here. Like we need a button. What I can do is I can just go over here and I can just drag and drop this button to here. That is what I can do. This is the first way. Second way is here on the top right side, you can see there are three options. One is design, one is code, and second one is a split mode. If you are on design part, that means you can just drag and drop any feature. In my case, I need a button, so I can just directly click on this button and I can just drag and drop over here. But what is the next thing? You can just go to code section and you will be able to see this code. So you can see in my screen right now, there is a text view. This is that particular text view code. So same thing, if you need a button, you have to write such kind of code for creating a button in your layout. If you want to write a code, I know you do not want to code, you can just drag and drop, but this is the way as well you can do that. Okay. And whenever we will be working further, and we will be start learning as a training as well. At that time, we will not be using this design part, drag and drop or something, because we will be more comfortable in this code only. So we will do that. Okay. There's one more option over here, which you can see this split mode. If you click on this split mode, you will be able to see that if you split over here, then you will see this code and the design part together. So if I, choose this text view, then you can see this text view is this only. Okay. Now in my project, what is the requirement? My requirement is basically to have a button, right? For that, what I need is, first of all, I don't need this hello world. So in my code, I will come over here and I will select this text view, all of this, and I will just delete it. Okay, I will just delete it. How you will do this? You will come over here, you will just select it and just okay. So this is basically hello world. Before deleting it, let me just show you that if you want to change something over here, suppose what I need is, instead of hello world, I just want to use this text. Instead of hello world, what I need is, I want to change the text. So you can see there is an option Android text over here, and you can just click on it, and here whatever you want, you can use this, right? So what you need right now, maybe my first my first Android just wait. Guys, why you are late? Why you have not come before? Okay, cool. So here what you need is, suppose I am going to change something like that. My first, and here Android, my first Android project. That is what if I am typing here, then you can see this is automatically showing on your screen. This is something like that, right? So this is what you can do. And if you do not want need, because for this particular project, I don't need this, then I will just select this whole code and I will just remove it. Then you will be see that there is nothing. That text view has been gone, right? Apart from that, now we need a button. Obviously, what I can do is I can just go to this design part and I can just drag and drop this button from here to here, right? So for that, what we have to do, one way I can just write the code here for making a button, or I can just design from here, drag and drop. So what I will do, I will just again go to split, make sure your cursor would be here. After this, make sure your cursor would be here, and then you will come to design part and you will just select this button and you will just drag and drop. Okay, so I have just drag and drop a button, and here you can see we have a button. If I go to this split mode, then you will be able to see this button over here as well, right? That you can do over here. Apart from that, what I need is, I don't want this button text. I just want click me. Okay, so you will just see this Android text line over here. Whatever written over here button, just remove it. And what you will do is, you will just change it to like click me. That is, you can see. Now what I need is, I don't want this position or something, and I don't want to use constant layout. So what you can do is, you can just change this layout as well. That we will discuss little bit later. Not today, maybe in upcoming session in a bootcamp only. So for the timing, we have the one button, and after this one button, I want to perform a click event on this. So basically, because of this button, because of this design part, we are done with the front end part. Okay. Now we need, when I click on this, a toast message should come, right? For that, we have to write a code for a backend. Before writing a code in backend, I just need one thing. This is Android ID. Okay. So inside in your ID, in your button, whatever ID written over here, this ID will be using on a backend side to link with it. Let's just see how we do this. Okay. ID, you can see this is button. If you want, you can change it as well. So for the timing, it is button only, then I'm not going to change it. If you want, you can also change it. Later on, we will be changing it as well. So for the timing, you can see, but just we have drag and drop a button only. That's it. I have not done anything over here on the front end. Where is my backend? You have to go to Java, open this first project, first package folder, and then main activity. This is my backend file. Now, for backend file, you can see there is some code written over here. Okay, main activity is my class name. It is extending some by default property, which is app compact activity, and it is having some life cycle as well, which is on create, on pause, on stop, on resume. There are so many, right? There are 7 methods for the life cycle, which we will discuss whenever we will be doing training class. Now, in this, what would be your first step for every project which you will be generating? Okay, so first step for backend would be, you have to create the object for all the classes which you have component on your front end. So all the component which you have on your front end, you have to create the object for that in your backend. So in my front end, how many components do we have? We have just one component, which is button. So we have to create an object of button, where we will be creating, before this override, we will be creating the object because we have only one button. So we have to create an object of button class. Whenever you will be going to write any class, please remember, whenever you are going to write any class, letter of that particular class name, the first letter of that particular class name would be capital letter. Okay, that would be in uppercase. So you can see B. B is capital and then UTTON. This is my button class. And after that, you will be writing your object name, that you can write anything, whatever you want, because I have just made a button like click me. So I am just providing the name, something similar like button, BTN, and click me. Okay. After doing this, you will be able to see this button is in red and something, a line underline is over here as well. So what exactly the reason for behind this? Because in Java, any class, whatever you are going to use, you have to import it. You have to tell the machine that from where you want to use this button. Because for this project, for this class, your Android Studio, your system is not going to understand that from where I have to pick this button. So you have to tell system that button is inside this class, you have to take it from there only. So how you will do this? Nothing. You have to just put your cursor over here. And after putting your cursor, you have to press Alt Enter. And after pressing Alt Enter, you will see that this line will automatically generate it for you in your import line, right? And this button will not be no longer red. Sorry. So basically, after creating an object of this button class, what would be your next step? Your next step would be you have to link this object with your front end button, right? For linking it, you have to come inside in your onCreate method, because this would be for the very first method whenever you are going to open your application. So this activity should come first, and inside this activity, this particular part will execute very first time. This is just similar. If you can consider in Java language, there is a main method, right? Something similar is onCreate in Android. So now inside this onCreate method, what you have to do is you have to link the object, which is button click me, with this particular button, which is this. And how we will link? We will link with this ID, which is button, BUTTON. So let's see how we will do. So you, first of all, you will be writing this object name, which is button click me, equals, and after equals, what you have to type? You have to type find view by ID. Find view by my ID is a method which is provided by Android only, from which you can just link your object with your front end component. So let's just type, and because Java is a case sensitive language, so whatever I'm writing is small letter, you can just write small, and whatever I'm writing in capital letter, you have to type capital. Okay. So now find. So F would be small, IND, because your IDE, Android Studio IDE, is very, intelligent. Okay. Because of that, it will prompt you whenever you are going to type any words like this. I just type FIND find, and it prompt me. You can see again, it prompt me that you can use this method. So obviously, because we developer are very lazy, so we don't want to type the full code if we can see like this. So we will just click on it, and over here inside this parenthesis, you have to provide this button ID. So how you will provide it? R, capital R, and again you can see it is prompting me like this, R.id. So I will just use this R.id dot. Now it is prompting me button. Button is the same ID of this, right? So it is prompting me. I will be using this BUTTON, and I will be using semicolon over it, right? So now because of this line only, my object, which is button click me, is linked with my front end button. Okay. So these two things which you have to do every time whenever you will be using any component in your front end, and whenever you will be coming on backend, you have to do it every time for each and every component which you will be having in your front end. Okay. Now, after this, what I want is I want to click on this, right? I want to click on this, and after that, we want to show a message. So first of all, we have to make a click event for this button. How we will do this? Just see button click me. That means this object, and you have to pay attention over here because it is little bit tricky. Okay. So if you see over here, please pay attention over here, right? Okay. Button click me dot set on. So you can see if I type set, Android Studio is trying to help me out. I will take the help. I will be using this set on click listener, and inside in double quotes, please pay attention over here. Inside this parenthesis, what you have to type? You have to type a small new. Okay. And now from your keyboard, you have to press space. And now you have to press control space. If you will press control space, then you will be able to see this view dot on click listener. You have to click on it. Once you will click on it, then you will see this method will automatically generate it for you. Okay. This method will automatically generate it for you. And now inside this on click method, okay, inside this on click method, you have to type that particular code which you want to do after pressing the button. Okay, after pressing the button, what I want to show a message, right? For showing a message, we will be using toast class, right? So we will be using toast class. Whenever I'm using toast class, that means T should be capital. So let's just start. T, you can see I type T, and the student is trying to help me out. OAST, maybe in your case it is not helping out for the timing, so you can just type TOA, then it will prompt you. So toast, after writing toast, you will just put dot. Because of dot, Java will prompt all the properties available in the inside this class. So we have this make text property, length long property, length short property. We will be using make text. From this, you can use any one. Okay. One is basically for showing the string text, and second one is showing any number, numeric value. So we can just choose first one. You can choose any one, whatever you want. And after that, in parentheses, you can see prompting is context. That means you have to provide the context, which is get application. Again, you can see I have typed G is small, A is capital, and the student is trying to help me out. So get application context, comma, second parameter. Again, you will see it is prompting me that char sequence text. That means now you have to type the message. What is the message? Welcome to my first Android project. That is we are going to show so that you can provide inside in your double quotes. Whenever you are writing any sentence or something, that you will provide inside in your double quotes only. That would be a string. Okay, comma. After that, you need to show a duration, how much time it will be visible for you, because I told you that toast will be visible for a particular time, and after that it will automatically disappear. So for that we have two options. You can use toast again, because toast, so T should be capital. Dot, you have two options. You can just choose length short, or you can just choose length long. Maybe I'm going to use length long, and then dot. After the bracket, I will be using dot, and then I will be using the dot show. That's it. That's it. We have to use it. I hope you all are done with this. Okay. Now we have just generated a project. How we will just install it in our Android application, that we will discuss now. Okay. So basically, I know that, or I can assume that any application, you know how to install it from a Play Store, or maybe if I would send you an APK, then you can install it. You do not have to do anything. You will just click on it, and same like Play Store, it will show you the thing that you want to really install it. You will just press yes, and after that it will start installing. That is what the thing is. So basically, we know that how to install. We know that if we have a APK, I can install it in my mobile phone. Same like a Play Store, right? If I can send you right now APK in your mobile phone, you do not have to do anything. You will just click on it, you will download it, and after that on download APK, you can just click on it. It will start prompting you. Do you want to install this APK? You will say yes, and it will get installed in your system. That's it. So you know that how to install APK. The only thing which you do not know, that how to create a APK, right? From this project which we have made, how we can create a APK. APK is basically an executable file for your mobile phone applications, for your Android mobile phone application. So that is what we have to generate. How we can generate that, right? So basically, you do not have to do anything. You will just go on the menu side, and here you will find build option. Just click on it, build, and after you click on build option, you will see there are so many options available inside in your build. So you have to come on this option, build, bundles, and APKs. If you click on it, you will see build APK. So basically, from the menu, you have to select build, then build bundle and APK. And from here, you have to select build APK. If I click on it, then what will happen? On the bottom side, you can see Gradle build is running. That means, again, my project is going to create a APK, and that is why Gradle building is running right now. It will again take some time depending on your system configuration and depending on your system condition, and we will just wait for this. Ideally, it will also take like 2 to 5 minutes only. So we will just wait. Okay. So after building your APK, then you will see there is a pop-up on your right bottom side, and here you can see APK generated successfully for module this particular project, and you have two options: analyze the APK or locate. Analyzing means that means you are going to analyze your APK, because right now we have not made any large application, so we do not want to analyze for the time being. We are just going to click on this locate. You have to click on this locate, and it will redirect you to that particular location where your APK is. So let's just click on it and see where my APK. My APK is this. You can see. If I click on this locate option, it will take me to this particular location. And here app debug.apk. This is basically your APK. You do not have to do anything. You will just copy it, right click and copy it, or you have to send it to your mobile phone. Okay. I can assume that you know how to send a particular file or image or whatever from your system to your mobile phone. You can use so many things, like you can use Google Drive, you can use Bluetooth, you can use WhatsApp web, you can use anything. The best thing which I found is you can use WhatsApp web, and you can just send APK to anyone, and after that you can just open your mobile phone, open that WhatsApp, and you can just download that APK from there only. Basically, you can just use anything, whatever you want. And Yashwardhan, what is the problem, guys? Why you need remote control of this slide? Okay, so basically, I think we are good to go. That how exactly you will build your APK. Now the thing is, there is two options. One is basically you can just run your application in your mobile phone, and the second one is you can just simulate it in your emulator as well. Emulator is nothing but it is just a simulation of your mobile phone which can be created in your laptop only, and you can install it over there as well. I would not recommend you to use that, because if you are because it will consume a lot of memory, and your development speed will be slow. But for the timing, because you all wants to show the output as well, I am going to start, and I am going to show you that how you can use emulator as well for just your learning purpose. Okay, so we have some emulator already over there. So basically I will be using maybe like okay, so I can just start this one, and I choose this, and I will just click on it. It will again start building AVD, because right now it will start a emulator. It will definitely take more time as it was just taking last time. So we will just wait for it. Maybe it can take like, so we will just see. You can see on the screen right now that we are having this basically okay. So we are having basically the simulator over here, and this is the another application which we have made somewhere at that time. So let me just go to home page, and here you can see we are on the home page, right? And on this home page, what we have to do? On this particular home page, you can see this emulator has been started. I will just go back again, and here I can see what is happening. Nothing is happening. So what I will do, I will just run it again. After running it again, I would like to see my emulator that how it will respond, and you can see this is basically your APK. We have a button, okay? It will again because installing, because I have just make it again install. Yeah, so here you can see this is basically your APK, and if you click on this APK, right? If you click on this APK, then you will be able to see a toast message which should come. So let's just see. If I click on this and welcome to my first Android project, this is basically your output, and it will disappear again. If you click on it again, then again you will see this. So this is what you have to make. Okay, so you should see the same output. I hope you will do it, and once you do it, you will feel good because this would be your very first Android application, and because of the today's session, you have learned a lot of things. Now, after this, let's just talk about some queries which I found from your side. Basically, common mistake is basically you will just do some syntax mistake. That maybe you have just mistaken this semicolon. Maybe you have mistaken some button B is capital and you have made it B is small and something like that. So you have to make sure that whatever written over here, you will just do it all correctly. So that syntax should be correct. And after that, definitely you will get the output. And from the last session, I just got some queries like, can it be working on Android mobile phone only without laptop? Can Android Studio will work on mobile phone or something? It would be really difficult to work on like that. So I would not suggest that you will do that, something like that. You should require a particular laptop. Okay. So on particular laptop, you should require Android Studio. Then only you will start working on it. I hope now you can see that in your mobile phone, it is not uh, it will not work, right? Apart from that, some student was saying that you have downloaded the Android Studio, but it is not working properly or something. The reason behind it, because some of the student, I have words as well, I had words as well. Some of the student has done some mistakes, like whenever you are going to download your Android Studio, make sure you have a correct internet connection and your download file is not getting corrupted. Okay. And whenever you are going to install it, at that time, you will just select Android SDK itself as well. Okay. And obviously, I have shared the video as well. The same process is given over there, step-by-step process over there, in text as well and in video as well. Just follow that, and after that, you will not get any error. What if you are having a problem for the time being? The only way you can do it, you can just uninstall the corrupted file, Android Studio, and just download and install it again, and it will work. Okay. Okay, guys. Uh, I think I'm done from my side right now, and uh, you know, we should leave. We should wrap up right now. And tomorrow we will be meeting on the same time, and we will be learning some more things in Android. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope you have learned a lot of things today. Uh, and I hope you will just try it once at your home by today as well, after the class as well, so that you will be on same page. Tomorrow we will be learning something different. Obviously, not this toast only. So maybe we will be learning more than one page, or maybe we'll be learning some calculator stuff or something like that. Maybe kinetic energy calculator. So we'll be working some new project tomorrow onwards. I want you all to make this project, and I want your response as well, that how you feel when you see your own first Android mobile phone application in your own mobile phone as well. Okay. Till then, take care.